Good afternoon, everybody. This is Lorraine Alternative Homesteading. It's September 21, 2024. And tomorrow is a special day for those born under the sign of Libra. And that's what we're going to talk about today. So it's all in the stars. Rumor has it that with your date, time, and place of birth, we can determine what your life path is, your personality, your traits. And with that information, which you should guard with your life, with that information, we can determine throughout your life the events that will take place based upon the transits in the sky, what the planets and the stars are doing at that moment, and how they affect your birth chart. And what that means is we've got planetary geometry. So when a planet circles around in the sky, or an asteroid, which is symbolic of certain personality traits, and it meets up with a particular planet in your birth chart, it may indicate a certain pattern, behavior, personality trait, or quality that will manifest itself, or an event that will manifest itself in the day and the life of the individual, you. So tomorrow is the birthday for Libra. So we're going to start. Happy birthday, Libra. And this is actually taken from my personal blog that I started, I think it was back in 2011, 2010, 2009. And I am still a professional astrologer. Professional meaning that I got paid for it. I had clients. I taught classes. I gave lectures. I actually wrote for certain columns. I wrote a children's column. And, every once in a while somebody would hire me to edit their documents, their books and stuff. One such person was Jacob Schwartz, who wrote an asteroid dictionary. And I met up with him at a conference, and he wanted me to help edit and update his dictionary on asteroids, and I started that process, and unfortunately he passed away. But anyway, happy birthday, Libra, by me, Lorraine. Happy fall equinox birthday, Libra, the scales, for those born September 22nd through October 22nd. The key phrase for Libra is, quote unquote, I balance, because Libra is symbolic of the scales. And I'll show you right here. And this was my blog. Happy birthday, Libra. And I wrote this in 2010. Okay, so we're going to read from here. It's all in the stars. Fetching Venus rules Libra in the 7th house and includes all relationships, marriage, partnerships, open enemies, and legal disputes. Libras tend to develop many interests, including theater, decorating, creating beautiful music, art collecting, anything that's aesthetically pleasing and luxurious. Libras are likable because they exude a certain amount of charm, grace, and elegance, an elegant sense of style and good taste. They enjoy entertaining in all the comforts money can buy, much like Venus-ruled Taurus. So if you know anybody who's a Taurus, they possess some of the similar qualities because their ruling planet is the same, Venus. Libras abhors discord and literally runs in the opposite direction to avoid anything or anyone distasteful and unpleasant. Libra wants to smooth over difficult situations and, quote-unquote, mediate the atmosphere. In order to avoid difficult situations, Libra may hide or stifle their own true feelings to not make waves. They're often indecisive and have difficulty making firm decisions and commitments. Libra rising, which is the ascendant, that's the planet that was ascending on your chart at the time of your birth. Libra rising individuals are usually visually attractive, charming, and often graced with attractive legs. Libra ascendants are discussed in greater detail further in this newsletter. And that's what I wrote here. And this, I'm going to read something else that I wrote about Libra too. Libra folks want their relationships to be fair and in balance. They are born diplomats. Often enough, the task at work is maintaining harmony rather than naturally being harmonious. Idealistic, naturally optimistic, and romantic, Libras will do everything in their power to please you. Libra affinity with Venus is associated with a traditional marriage, and they're usually involved on a romantic relationship and, if not, maintain several platonic ones. What you got, boys? Hard to find? I think about it all the time. I'm strung out. My heart is fried. I just can't get you off my mind because your love is my drug. Your love, gotta have your love is my drug. Your love. That's by Kesha. And love is my drug. And that is symbolic of Libra. Fairness and seeing both sides of the situation is a positive quality, while codependence is their negative trait. Yet, Libras appear to marry less often than the other signs, and that is true. That is absolutely true. Why, you ask? They simply can't make up their minds. Libras vacillate so much in relationship decision making that the object of their affections tire. They feel undesirable, and many of them will walk away. They'll walk away quickly into the arms of someone else. One reason for indecision is that disillusionment sets in when Libra realizes that the loved partner is actually, quote-unquote, human. Separation, detachment, and challenges ensue that, quote-unquote, test the stability of the bond. Libra may be so emotionally detached, like their polar opposite, Aries, or acts out the negative qualities of Aries. And those negative qualities are anger, rage, overly independent, impulsive, egoistic, and difficult. I got tired of waiting, wondering if you were ever coming around. Love Story by Taylor Swift. In health matters, Libra rules the kidneys, veins, and the acid-alkaline metabolism. If the body is too acidic, insomnia, headaches, heartburn, and nervousness may result. Venus-ruled Libra may also be addicted to, quote-unquote, sweets or succumb to sugary foods. The sun is in its fall in the sign of Libra because its light is often lost to the other. This means that Libra tends to see others as their source of energy and light, which is why Libras are often called codependent. More on this topic of codependence in the next blog. Integration, awareness, and personal growth are necessary goals. I bet if I give all my love, then nothing's going to tear us apart. That's by Drake. Find your love. Libra is the only sign of the zodiac that is a mechanical device rather than an animal or a human figure. The scales in Libra have a deep significance for the Egyptians. It was said that in the time of death, the goddess Mat placed the human soul on one scale and a feather on the other. If the scale tipped even slightly, the soul must reincarnate with the goal of releasing the extra weight. Since Libra comes before the sign of Scorpio, the sign associated with death, which the Egyptians honored in the eloquent preparations for the afterlife, the prime goal in life was to make the scales balance or prepare the soul for its afterlife. That was actually taken by a book by Gutman and Johnson, 1991. Libra's polar opposite, the seventh house of partnerships, relationships, lawsuits, open enemies, and marriage, is the cardinal fire sign Aries, which is the first house, the personality, the self, and the physical appearance. The integration of, quote-unquote, me versus us is a challenge for Libra, also contingent upon other areas of the birth chart. When under stress, each sign operates through the most negative characteristics of their polar opposite, the sign 180 degrees opposite itself. When under stress, Libra adopts negative characteristics of fiery Aries, ruled by the war god Mars. And they lose their balance. They become impulsive, disruptive, vengeful, or impatient. Interestingly, there is a greater geomagnetic disturbances in the ocean during March and April, which is the spring equinox of Aries, and September, October during the autumn equinox of Libra. There are fewer disturbances found at the solstice points, which is December and January of Capricorn, and June, July, the sign of Cancer. Since Aries Libra symbolizes the relationship axis, this dynamic illuminates the unique and disparate energies of Mars, Aries, and Venus Libra. So if you have your ascendant, which is your rising sign, in the sign of Libra, Libra rising folks possess grace, poise, charm. Individuals with Libra on the ascendant are usually quite attractive facially. One of their best physical features is usually their well-formed legs. They take pride in their attire and care for their physical body. They're attractive to others and usually well-liked. Mostly optimistic and sensitive, this ascendant may be deeply hurt by others, yet not show it. Sometimes a bit outwardly aloof, people tend to not understand what's going on inside of you. Artistic and musically inclined, Libra rising excels in the social graces, sometimes possessing an overly dependent nature on others and passive avoidance in decision-making. At least 4 of my family members have a Libra ascendant, and that is true. At least 4. And then the moon in Libra. When the moon is in Libra, individuals tend to possess a heightened awareness of people they come in contact with, as well as keen perception of any environment. There is an emotional need for comfort and safety within the immediate surroundings. It must be aesthetically pleasing to the eye. The Libra moon is charming and usually easy to live with because they possess the unique ability to smooth even the most hostile situations. Libra moon is intuitive, imaginative, and romantic. And I've got my moon there. Then there's Mercury in Libra. If you have your Mercury in the sign of Libra, you have Mercury is the planet of communication, right? It rules the 3rd house. If you have your Mercury in Libra, you have a rational mind, weighing the pros and cons of every situation. You enjoy socializing, yet are gentle in your approach. Libra Mercury prefers intellectual and creative intellectuals who spark your desire for debate. If you have your Venus in the sign of Libra, Venus is very comfortable at home in Libra. This placement values a partner who is refined, charming, and attractive. In love, you're very romantic. Sometimes you may fall in love too easily. Venus in Libra is attractive to luxury and comforts in life and may be artistically inclined. If you've got your Mars, the planet of action, in Libra, Mars in the sign is impulsive and sensual. Passion equals equity in the sign. You act with care in weighing every aspect of a situation. Some well-known Librans are Jim Henson, the Muppet creator. He's born September 24. George Gershwin, the composer, September 26. Sting, the British singer-songwriter, October 2nd. Susan Sarandon, she's an actress, October 4th. John Lennon, singer-songwriter, musician, October 9. Luciano Pavarotti, the Italian tenor. Bela Lugosi, a horror film actor. Dracula, both October 20th. Dizzy Gillespie, the jazz pioneer, October 21. If you want to learn more about this topic and others, schedule a phone or email consultation. And I'm just reading from here. Sure, I still do astrology charts. My name is Lorraine. The references here were Gutman and A. Johnson, 1996, Mythic Astrology, Archetypal Powers in the Horoscope, St. Paul, Minnesota, Llewellyn Publications, and all rights are reserved. Permission is required to copy, emulate, or electronically broadcast any part of this article, blog, or website. Thank you. So I'm going to, let me see, I've got another article here on Libra. Let's see. One second. And let's see if I've got one more here. And I think then okay, I've read all this. Terrific. Well, I hope you enjoyed that, and happy birthday, Libra, tomorrow. Please remember to hit the thumbs up. It helps the channel grow, get the message out there. And this is Lorraine, Alternative Homesteading, signing off for now.